I've just been backing up my music computer. Really old 2009 MacBook Pro, still running Snow Leopard, so yeah, bit worried about it, but if I back it up, things should be fine, right? Hopefully. Anyway, so the reason I'm backing this up is because I've decided what my project for this semester will be. Had my first week back at art school doing my Master of Art. Yeah, I've decided to do music. Of course, I have to do the thing that I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be doing real art. Yeah, my first lecturer on Monday was like, sure, you can do whatever you want, I'm here to help you, and I was like, this guy is awesome, except that that's the theory subject. So yeah. The other two classes I'm a little bit iffy about at the moment, because in the one where I'm actually supposed to be doing this, I don't think he liked the way I talked about noise art, or sound art, or whatever you want to call it. And I don't think he liked that I said I was doing music, and I don't think he likes me, but, you know, first impressions, we'll see how it goes. And then Friday's class, don't get me started on that. I waited for 2 hours for a consultation, and then he's like, I have to leave early, so I'm a little bit grumpy about it. And haven't had a chance to talk about my idea, which I had already started to form before that class, so he's missed out on his chance to influence what I'm doing. What I'm doing is a music project where I'm talking about asexuality. Yes, I had that rant, and I've been thinking about it, and I've been wanting to do a music project, and then in the middle of the night, I was like, music and asexuality. But as I mentioned in my last asexuality video, I don't want to do something where I'm talking heaps about sex and relationships and so on. I also don't want to be using too many cliches like cake or dragons and the purple, grey and white and black flag and stuff. I don't want to be referencing those kinds of things. I want to come at it from a different direction. So I guess more about the experience of asexuality, like people constantly doubting you and giving you terrible advice and just being pushy and all that, which kind of makes it more widely relatable to other people if I don't specify it's just about this. I think I will, you know, if I make it into a sort of concept EP or something, maybe I title the project something like Asexuality, but then never mention it in any of the songs. I did look up some musicians who have tackled, you know, the whole asexuality thing, and they do tend to be more direct, so I want to avoid that kind of thing, but I think the main reason that I can't get into those is because they're in more mainstream pop type or singer-songwriter, you know, person with a guitar type genres, and I'm not into that, so I'm going to be writing it in my sort of weird electronic industrial style. Since it's solo, I won't be really doing too much with guitar, I don't think. I'm trying to do just electronic, get away from the guitar and get me thinking differently. And yeah, I've already started writing differently. I watched a couple of music theory tutorials on YouTube, and I've also done some song analysis of my own, and I'll probably keep doing that. And I've already got, you know, like a sort of rough sketch of 2 songs, which is more than I've written in ages. So yeah, writing music doesn't come naturally to me. It's a challenge. I'm better at the vocals and lyrics stuff once you already have music there. And I think when I was depressed for 2 years, I just couldn't sit down and do it because it is a real hard slog for me. But at the moment, it's actually going alright. And I've been doing some new stuff, like when I'm coming up with things, I've been using this dodgy kids keyboard that I got for like, what, $4 at Vinnie's? It's pretty awful. Using it to help me analyze songs and also just come up with stuff, so yeah, it's a pretty disgusting bit of ugly noise, but it's actually been helping more than sitting here. And then, you know, once I come up with stuff, I'll open up my program and get into it, which I will open up the one I was just playing with and keep going. Anyway, so I just thought I'd say that's my project. I don't know how many updates I'll be giving because I will be heaps busy because I've got, you know, the theory things and I've got to write a project paper. So actually that's the thing, isn't it? My music isn't necessarily going to mention all the relationships and sex and stuff that you inevitably have to talk about with this topic, but I do have to write a 3,000 to 5,000 word project paper, and that is going to have all the explanations in it, so I can't really get out of that, but at least the public product will be achieving my goals of avoiding those kinds of too direct and the cliches and things, so I don't know. Anyway, now that that's loaded, because yeah, the backup looks like it's done. I actually probably should have checked that it's okay, but I'll do that in a sec. Backup's done. My thing's ready to go. Turn my monitors back on. I have to keep turning stuff off because it generates so much heat, and it's still I think it's technically autumn now, but it's still been pretty warm, so yeah, that's the annoying thing about trying to do music in Australia. I need aircon. I don't have aircon in this room, just that little Dyson fan. Anyway, I'm gonna get back into it. I'm starting to ramble now. Just thought I'd give an update because I don't know when the next time will be that I do an update. For one of my classes I do have to, you know, go to events. The one where the guy said I can do music stuff, I have to go to cultural events or something, which usually means like art galleries, but he said I can go to things related to music, so basically I could go to a gig every week, and then I have to write a blog about it, and I was thinking of putting those blogs on my website, and then on Patreon, probably that's where I'll put like my work in progress music bits, because yeah, I get a bit sensitive about my music writing at the early stages, because that's when it's really shit. I mean, you may disagree that and think that my end products are shit, but at least when it's the end product, I'm okay with it, and that's what matters. But yeah, in those developmental stages, I think I'll just give them to my little Patreon, the patrons only thing, because I'm a bit nervous about those things. Anyway, so that's sort of like my vague plan for the next little while. And yeah, you know, the whole process of going through, I don't know. I'm a bit iffy about my first week back at uni, but on the upside, I have been writing music. I've also been looking at gigs that I can do, because part of the assessment is like you got to put your work in a gallery, but for me that basically means gigs, and one of the other reasons for going for gigs is because there's no way I'm going to have time in, what is it, 14 weeks we've got? In 14 weeks, there's no way I'm going to be able to write and record and mix and master, and I don't know if I'd bother with CDs, but master and get them released digitally. I'm better off presenting them at a gig, and then later, after semester finishes, I can polish them up and release them properly. Anyway, yeah, less ramble, more music making. I will hopefully talk to you in not too long. Ciao for now.